Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management. I'm bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment market, so hopefully you can better your portfolio. We continue to see, as I've talked about repeatedly for months now, improvements in the U.S. economy and really also the world. Last week, obviously, Greek defaulted on their debt. They took less than or more, I should say, than a 50% haircut. And obviously, that was kind of a non-event, as was kind of anticipated. You know, Greece has been talked about for well over 2 years and their financial problems that they have. And the CDS, collateralized debt securities, were basically triggered. And it was really a non-event in the market. The market actually ended up higher last week after this event. At the end of the day, Greece was really a non-event. And there's a lot of things in the world that are going to be what I call noise or news. And really a lot of these things you almost need to ignore as an investor. There's always going to be political turmoil. There's always going to be some major news event. There's going to be an earthquake. Unfortunately, we'll probably have other terrorist attacks in the future. These things are really short-term in nature and do not have a long-term impact on the overall world economy. As we continue to see improvements, we continue to be well positioned for our clients with our Global Tactical Opportunity portfolio. As our clients understand and know, we do make adjustments monthly based upon our proprietary formula and ranking management system. It doesn't mean each one of our positions will change monthly, but we will reallocate the portfolio based upon the relatively strongest sectors that we track out of all the world investment sectors there are. By doing it monthly, what that essentially does for our clients is it reduces volatility and downdraft, and actually has been proven to actually increase your net return. Now, while there's no guarantees of the future, we continue to deploy our Global Tactical Opportunity strategy, and we believe our clients will continue to be well rewarded as they have in the past. As we continue to get a lot of questions and emails from non-clients, it's amazing to see how many people are doing exactly the wrong thing. And again, I will go back to non-clients on this one. Not only on my radio show, emails we get, and phone calls, so many investors are getting just horrifically bad advice from those so-called advisors who are really acting as brokers with brokerage firms, whether small brokerage firms, large brokerage firms, or insurance agents. The advice is so tainted and so bad, many investors are really, in my opinion, jeopardizing their retirement by the lack of quality advice, any real investment strategy at all, and any direction of their portfolio. I think more importantly than ever, investors need to realize that the economy will always be a fluid instrument, not only here in the U.S. but around the world. And as long as you're not going to have to spend all of your money in the next 1, 2, or 3 years, having a well-rounded portfolio, using an actual investment strategy with disciplined risk management built into the portfolio, I believe you can survive anything and you will ultimately prosper as an investor. As we continue to see more news about China and China's slowing global economic landscape, again, I'm going to go back to China. China is an emerging market economy. Take a look at the U.S. 80 or 100 years ago. That's exactly how I would peg China. Now, while we do not own China in our portfolio currently as a single sector country, in fact, we sold it last month, and China has actually grossly outperformed other sectors that are in our global tactical. That's exactly why we run our strategy. That doesn't mean that 6 months or a year or 2 years down the road that China may not end back in our portfolio because it starts to get and rebound and get relatively strong. Now, China's GDP growth is talked about slowing. It's slowing from 9.5% maybe to 7 or 7.5%. That is still incredibly great GDP growth. Ultimately, though, our portfolio strategy is going to dictate where our money for our clients will be allocated. If you don't follow your investment strategy and you don't have one in writing, you don't have any strategy at all, and unfortunately you're shooting from the hip. That's exactly what causes huge catastrophic losses and gives you underperformance, in my opinion, within a portfolio. With our clients, we follow that detailed strategy, so our clients can be rest assured we're doing exactly what you're paying us to do, which is work in your best interest as a fee-only money manager and actually deploy a real investment strategy. For investors who are non-clients, we always appreciate new client phone calls, and we always like to take on nice people who want to better their situation. So again, if you're a client and you have friends or family members who need professional assistance, we always appreciate your business and your referrals. And if you're a non-client and you'd like to talk to us about hiring our firm, call our office for a consultation. As I always tell people, it can't hurt to talk and discuss your options. Until Sunday's show, make sure you make it a profitable week.